Thank you, Kathy, and we're live in Studio 2A with Rhett Miller of the old 97's. Rhett, thanks for coming to see us again here in Tucson today.
Howdy, Gregory. Great to see you. And, I want your listeners to know that you are wearing one of the coolest shirts I've ever seen right now. I wish this was TV instead of radio. So
Thank you very much. I'm a big fan of Robert Graham shirts, so that's where this comes from. Thank you so much. Tonight at the Rialto, and Nikki Lane is opening for you.
The great Nikki Lane.
Yeah. That should be a great show. You've got your whole band with you, too. You're just by yourself today with us at Studio 2A, but the whole band. And tell us a little bit about some of these guys.
Well, they're ornery and they're... No, sometimes it's nice to be able to split away from the group during the day, and do something like this. I'm really happy to be here. But we've been a band for 21 years.
Yes.
We put our first record out 20 years ago, I think last month, and same 4 members, and it's a lot of fun. It's not always a lot of fun, but overall there's a line in the song I think I'm going to sing for you first that says 20 good years of about 25. So that's probably what it is.
That sounds great. What's the first song you want to do for us today?
Longer Than You've Been Alive.
Ooh, that's kind of what I was thinking when I looked at how youthful you look today. Please.
All right. We've been doing this longer than you've been alive, propelled by some mysterious drive. And they still let me do it, as weird as that seems. And I do it most nights and then again in my dreams. Infinite hallways in giant hotels. Dressing room looks about as good as it smells. Bottles of whiskey, bottles of beer. There's a bottle of medicine somewhere around here. We've been in nightclubs and we've been in bars, honky tonks and theaters from Memphis to Mars. Most of our shows were a triumph of rock, although some nights I might have been checking the clock. I'm only human, though I'm super at times. I've jumped off of risers I should not have climbed. Rock jumps won't kill you till one of them does. They'll say he died doing what he loved. We got our share of loving in our past, although we were all looking for someone who'd last. And it must be hard to get partnered with me. Some narcissism, some OCD. Oh, but love that comes easy's a fake or a fluke. Love is a marathon, sometimes you puke. Speaking of which, there has been alcohol, oceans and oceans, but that isn't all. Mountains of weed, a handful of pills, none of the hard stuff, that stuff kills. We've been doing this longer than you've been alive, 20 good years of about 25. 1, 2, 3. Rock and roll's been very, very good to me. The open road's the only place I wanna be. Rock and roll's been very, very good to me. The open road's the only place I wanna be. Now I'm not crazy about songs that get self-referential, and most of this stuff should be kept confidential. Oh, but who even gives half a care anymore? You should know the truth, it's both a blast and a bore. Rock stars were once such mythical creatures, up there with presidents, playmates, and preachers. Now you just do it 'cause it's what you do. They throw underwear instead of money at you. I made a living out of shaking my ass, and if you offer me your office, I'd have to pass. Oh, but our jobs are all jobs and sometimes they suck. I love what I do and I've had pretty good luck. All the fans are all clapping, screaming and squealing. And I won't lie to you, that's a pretty sweet feeling. Oh, and I might butt heads with the guys in my band, but I never once went to work for the man. All the men and the women like you, him and her, we're sharing this night that'll soon be a blur. We've been doing this longer than you've been alive. Get on the bus, tell the driver to drive. 1, 2, 3, rock and roll's been very, very good to me. The open road's the only place I wanna be. Rock and roll's been very, very good to me. The open road's the only place I wanna be. Yeah, I said the open road's the only place I wanna be. Yeah, yeah.
Thank you so much.
Woo! Woo!
I love the lyrics to that song. I absolutely can see why you were thinking about being in creative writing when you first got out of high school.
Thank you.
Absolutely. We are live in Studio 2A with Rhett Miller, who is the front man for the old 97's, who is going to be at the Rialto tonight. And opening act tonight will be the fantastic alt-country act, Nikki Lane. And Rhett is going to be, well, you know, one of the things I wanted to talk with you about is that you have 5 solo albums out as well that you did over the 21-year period that the band has been together. So everybody had a kind of some time to just do their own thing too, didn't they?
Well, by the time I started doing the solo records, which was after we made our record, Satellite Rides, I started doing those sort of in between every 97's record. The guys were ready for a little break between albums, and I wasn't. So it gave me, and also I had all these songs that they weren't into, and they were just stockpiling, and they were driving me kind of crazy. And so the guys agreed to let me do it, and it was weird at first, but I mean, because the landscape of music is littered with frontmen who've tried to make solo careers, right. and then it ruins everything, But I've been lucky because I've been able to do both, and the guys are cool about it, and the audience, the fans seem to be cool about it, and it makes me happy. That's for sure.
Well, and it's obviously it's worked because you have the same lineup that you've had for the last 20 plus years.
Yeah, and I've gotten to play with some great musicians in my solo career, so
right.
It's really fun for me. It gives me another outlet, and I go off and I do a solo thing where I'm the boss, and everybody else kind of has to put up with my my whims and personality quirks. And then by the time I get sort of where I miss my bandmates in the old 97's, I go back to them, and then they've forgotten how annoying I can be, and then they remember. It's sort of a cycle. It's like a roller coaster up and down.
That's great. Well, we want to mention too that the old 97's have a new album out, and it's called Most Messed Up. And we talked a little bit about the cover of the Swaro on Fire on that, which was actually a cell tower. I did not know that. That was great. What have you got lined up for us to do next?
This is a song. It's kind of the quietest song on the record.
Oh, wow.
And it's a little disconcerting because the subject matter is similar to the rest of the songs on the record, but it's really pretty. And it's weird because I'll hear my son, I have a 10-year-old son, and he'll walk around singing this song. And I'll say, Max, I don't know. That's not a great thing for a 10-year-old to be singing. And he said to me, he goes, Dad, if it was inappropriate for me to sing, you shouldn't have made it so catchy. Well, touche. A little flatterer.
That was great. Oh, like father, like son. Oh, my God. That's great.
Well, I'm Rhett Miller. I'm happy to be here on KXCI.
Thank you, Rhett.
Gonna play my guitar till my fingers fall off, sing till my voice is gone. They might think I wasted my life, they're wrong. I'm not down with the uptight world, never gonna be no square. Yeah, I'll circle around the edge of the big black void, but I don't wanna live down there. I'm better off being wasted than working my whole life through. Tonight I Really, it's a pity that you're so hung up, missing all the mystery. You might want to make a little time with me. Oh, but you gotta get rid of that damn phone. Drop it down a wishing well. Dance on the edge of the big black void. Throw rocks at the gates of hell. We're better off being wasted than working our whole life through. Tonight I wanna get wasted with you. I'm gonna play my guitar till my fingers fall off, sing till my voice is gone. They might think I wasted my life, they're wrong. I'm not down with the uptight world, never gonna be no square. Yeah, I'll circle around the edge of the big black void, but I don't wanna live down there. Oh, I'm better off being wasted than working my whole life through. Tonight I wanna get wasted with you. Oh, tonight I wanna get wasted with you.
I could just see your son walking around the house singing that song. Oh my gosh, that's great. We are live in Studio 2A here at KXCI with the great Rhett Miller of the old 97's, who will be playing tonight at the Rialto, and opening act for them will be the fabulous alt country act Nikki Lane. And I want to mention too again that the old 97's have a brand new release out called Most Messed Up. You mentioned too, Brett, that you're originally from Texas.
Yeah.
And the band is still pretty much, most of the members are Texicans, I guess.
Two of the guys are still there. I'm a seventh generation. I had people at the Battle of San Jacinto. Yeah.
Oh my gosh. That's incredible.
I
You've
know.
got a long history there, but no longer living there, I guess, from what you said.
Well, I still got a bunch of family there, and
Yeah.
my kids are second generation New Yorkers, which is so weird to me. But at least they still root for my Texas, sports teams. And
That's real good.
we go spend time there, and I hear them saying y'all and stuff like that. It warms my heart.
I can imagine, that's for sure. What's next? You just started, I think you said last night was the first night on the tour at El Paso, and then where from here tonight?
We just started the Most Messed Up World Tour.
That's
It's
a great
West
name.
Coast first, and then East Coast, and then Midwest, and then South. It just goes and goes and goes.
When do you hope to wrap up?
Hopefully never, because that'll make people love the record so much. We just got to keep playing behind it.
You've got such a wonderful, positive attitude, not to mention one of the most delicious senses of humor I think I've ever encountered in my interviewing career, that's for sure. What do you want to do for us next?
Oh my gosh! Well, this what they call the single. In the olden days, they used to pick one song and call it the single.
Right.
Now it's just the emphasis track, I think. But it's a song. It's funny. I don't mean to, but for some reason, the songs that get chosen to be the singles of ours always wind up being kind of controversial, which is ironic because we're not a controversial band, And this record perhaps more so because of all the FCC warnings.
Right.
And the foul language, but but this song, it's a really sweet love song, but it rankled some feathers with some people who rightfully acknowledge that alcoholism is a disease and that a lot of people suffer from it, and people in my own family do. But I was trying to take a different, less serious approach to it. It's really just a love song, and it's called "Let's Get Drunk and Get It On." 1, 2.
Your eyes are the color of the earth as seen from outer space. You got a gorgeous face, though it's a little odd. Tell me that you like the songs that tell the story of real love, the kind that's flawed. Let's drink whiskey and do it all night long. Let's get drunk and get it on. I'll take you to a cheap hotel out on the interstate, where you look so great to me. perfect place for a rendezvous. It's got a rotten view, but the ice is free. Let's drink whiskey and do it all night long. Let's get drunk and get it on. Woo-hoo! Lay out a blanket beneath the water tower. Watch the meteor shower, heaven on display. We got it right here, right now, lucky us. Well, it's wondrous, what a perfect day. Drink champagne and make love all night long. Let's get drunk and get it on. Let's drink whiskey and do it all night long. Let's get drunk and get it on. Let's get drunk and get it on. Oh yeah! Let's get drunk and get it on.
You dearly love this, don't you?
I do love my job. It's true.
I'm not kidding you. To watch you when you do this, Rhett, I mean, you can tell that you just dearly love this. You
thank
really do. And it shows because you've been touring for 20 years and you look 10 years younger than you are. Our
thanks.
birthdays are a day apart.
Really?
Yeah, but I'm old enough to be your brother. Listen, we can't thank you enough. Let me just tell everybody listening to Kathy's show this afternoon that Rhett Miller and the Old 97's are going to be at the Rialto Theater this evening. They have a brand new album called Most Messed Up, and it is fantastic. We just heard 3 great songs from it. And opening for the Old 97's tonight will be the fabulous alt-country singer Nikki Lane. So,
And her new record comes out today.
matter of fact, I think I've got it right here in my hand, and I think it's called All or Nothing.
Oh, yeah, she's great. She is saucy and sassy and smart and funny and sings beautifully and has a great band.
That's terrific. We're looking forward to that. I hope that the next time you come back to Tucson, you will bless us with another appearance here at KXCI in Studio 2.
It's my honor. Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you, Rhett. We'll go right back to Kathy on the home stretch.